Hello YouTube, it's Rob from Maxwells Grass Cutting Services based in the northeast of England. I hope everybody is well and having a great day. Today I'm just removing two Leylandii conifers. They're about 10 feet tall and 3 feet thick. And the job in hand is to remove them, take the stumps out and clean this bed up, extend it by about 2 foot, put a nice edge on it, take the plants and the mess what's in the border, clean it all up, add some mulch and then add some new annuals and perennial plants. However, as you'll see, I didn't get that far because I got the conifers out, got them all tied away and the heavens opened, so I'll have to come back another day. But on today's video, I just want to talk about equipment that is going to help you, and it certainly helps me throughout the winter months. As we know, my business is predominantly grass cutting, and the grass cutting season starts Monday after St Patrick's Day, which is the third week in March, just after the Cheltenham Festival for people who like horse racing. And that goes all the way through, and fingers crossed, with a nice sort of long summer, you can get the season extended to a good 2 weeks in November. And so that takes care of the best part of your year. But we all know that to survive this business, we need a little bit of money over the winter. And doing jobs like this helps you. So I've invested in the Stihl KM-HT. That's the Kombi machine, petrol machine. And I've steadily tried to build up my attachments, which hasn't been easy over the last year because supply has been in such poor demand. No, that's not the right word. I would say you just can't get hold of them. Okay. And I ordered this pole pruner attachment, which is about 200 quid. I ordered it last September and it was sold out everywhere because demand was so high. And I don't know if it's Brexit, I don't know if it's COVID, the lack of lorry drivers, but you just couldn't buy it anywhere. You couldn't buy a lot of machinery. So it came in January. And I've done a few jobs with it, and I've got to say I'm super impressed. What will it cut? Anything the size of your thigh, it goes through like a knife through butter. But as you can see here, I don't have a chipper. I know the big companies do, but I've looked at how much they cost to store, and how many times I do this kind of work. And it's mainly in the winter because, as I've said, during the grass cutting season, you're just busy with grass cutting and regular garden maintenance. So I haven't got a chipper. So I'm just busy taking my time, getting all the Leylandii down, cutting it up and putting it into dumpy bags and taking it to the tip and getting rid of the waste. Now, I know it's slower. However, if you price the job right and you take your time, and if you're a one-man band like me, you can still make a living from jobs like this. But I do understand if you had a chipper and you had a truck, you could do this in probably a fifth of the time. But I don't, and I can't justify it financially at the moment to do that sort of thing. So I'm having to plug away and just take my time and get the job done. And it is hard work, it is a bit of a pain, but me's must over the winter months just to keep the wolf from the door. Now, I've had loads of questions recently about am I going to invest in battery equipment? And the answer is no. And it's not that I'm anti-battery equipment. I think some of the stuff I've seen on YouTube is absolutely brilliant. But what I have picked up on is most of the YouTubers who are demonstrating the battery equipment, they all have a backup in petrol. And when you first start out, you know, money's it's not plentiful because you're investing in the business massively. So for me, I've invested in this Stihl Kombi tool, and then I'm still trying to build up all my attachments. And yes, one day when it might be ready for renewal, I'll go to battery. But for me, I need the reliability of petrol, the power of petrol, and I can't justify buying petrol and battery. I hope that makes sense. So, yeah, batteries. And I know they're more efficient, I know they're quieter, I know they're better for the environment, but they're 3 or 4 times as much money, so it's not for me. So as you can see, I'm just plugging away, and yeah, this is taking longer than I anticipated. It's harder work than I anticipated, but it's a nice little job which keeps me ticking over the winter. Would I take this job on over the summer? No, I wouldn't. I would be too busy with the lawns, the garden maintenance, the weekly lawn cuts, the fortnightly lawn cuts, and the weed and feed program that I'm trying to plan and get off the ground. But as I've said, this is something which keeps you busy over the winter months, and it just keeps the wolves away from the doors. But you'll see me just working through, getting rid of all the waste. And what I do is I take both the conifers stumps, just down to above ground level. It was my intention to dig them out today and tidy all this bed up and put some new plants in, etc. But I just ran out of time, and the rain got the better of me. So I'll come back another day and we'll get this job finished. But the pole pruner attachment for £200, I'm super impressed. It's not a chainsaw, so you don't need a license for it. But what it does, it gives you that edge to do small tree jobs like this, which, you know, if you were trying to do it by hand with a silky saw, it would be hard graft. So yeah, I'm happy I bought it, and over the winter I've managed to buy a few other attachments for it. I bought the tiller, which when you're doing garden clearances is like a small rotavator. Been very impressed with that. That was about 160 quid. I've got the long reach hedge trimmer, which was 250, 300 pounds, and they do the diversify your business. And here's me saying that I'm Maxwells grass cutting services and nothing else, but I quickly realised that to make it, you need to do more than just grass cutting. You need to do a little bit of sort of jack of all trades within the garden, especially to get yourself through the winter. This winter I've been very lucky. I've still got it. I've took a little bit of a driving job on a couple of days a week, and that'll run until probably the end of March. I think I'm going to have to have a conversation with the boss of the company I work for and just say, look, I did say that March would be my finishing date, and I'll give him the date of the Friday of the Cheltenham Festival as my last day, and then I'll start my mowing on the Monday, unless we've got horrendous weather, that is. And he'll understand. He's had his money's worth out of me this year, and I've earned a few quid, which I've been fortunate enough to invest into the business. I've got a few more quid I want to spend. Got a new mower I'm looking at, and I'd like to thank the lads from Shade of Green's YouTube channel. They've given me some great advice on the Lawn Flight mower, because the Pro version comes in 3 different types, and I think I've got my eye on the one I want now. So thank you very much to Shades of Green, and I've got my eye on a Scarifier. I did look at the Stihl, and I went to the shop, and I was very, very close to buying it. He even said you can take it home. He had a demonstrator, but do you know what? It seems so flimsy when you put your hands on these things. I put the brakes on that purchase, and I'm now sort of edging towards the Husqvarna, the larger Husqvarna. Yes, it's expensive, but one thing I've learned from the advice from you guys and being in business is you buy crap, you buy thrice, you buy quality, you buy once, don't you? But let me know, what's your thoughts? What's the best sort of entry level for light commercial work, Scarifier? What do you think? I'd be interested in your thoughts. But anyway, enough waffle from me. All I'd like to say is thank you to all the people who've subscribed, and thank you to everybody who watches the channel and all the messages. And I've had lots of messages from people who are starting out this year, and lots of messages from people saying that do they think that the gardening trade will die a death because of the financial difficulties that families find themselves in 2022. And the answer to that question is I don't think it will die a death. I think, yes, there's going to be people who are going to be struggling, and there always will be. But I think there's always people, once the sun shines, their attitude changes and they look out in the garden. They like the garden to be nice, and they don't have either A, the physical capabilities, or B, the skill, or C, the motivation to do it. And if they've paid for somebody to get the garden done for years and years, I think they'll continue to do that. I think there will be a small element of people who drop off, but I think, no, my phone's already started to ring and I'm already getting requests. So I think we'll be safe. I think there'll be lots of work out there. I think we all need to put our prices up because fuel's gone up by 50%. The service costs for mowers and blowers and strimmers has gone up. So I think we need to be fair to ourselves and charge the right amount of money and continue to move forward. We don't want to stand still. So I will be putting my prices up. A £20 lawn will be 25 and a £30 lawn will be 35, 40 will be 45 and so on. And I'm sure I'll lose a few, but if I do, so be it. They'll be replaced with better customers. One of my subscribers says you don't lose customers, you just replace them with better ones. I can't remember who that was, sorry, but it's a great saying. And yes, we don't get attached to customers, do we? We're running a business. We've got to keep moving forward. We're not a charity, we're not working for free, and we appreciate that people are struggling, but we've got to earn a living, we've got to pay our bills, and we've got to keep moving forward. And if we don't put our prices up and charge appropriately, that won't happen. So thanks very much for watching. I appreciate your support as always. Take care. Good luck for the new season, and I shall see you on the next one. And remember, when the green gold's growing, keep mowing. It won't be long now before it's growing, and we'll be back out doing what we do best. And I'll put another video up of this once I get this bed turned over, get the stumps out and get it filled with some beautiful flowers. But thank you again. Take care, and I look forward to seeing you next time.